You just got named top wedding planner by Harper's Bazaar. Congratulations.
Thank you.
A person's only a stranger for 30 seconds and then they're friends for life.
Just do it. Like, if you've never done it, what are your reservations? Now you're just making excuses of why you shouldn't do it. Why not make excuses of why you should?
Philip Van Nostrand, and you are listening to the Epic Freelance Life podcast. How to make more money and live an epic freelance life. Okay, this is Phil. I'm here again, and I'm talking to Michelle Norwood from Michelle Norwood Events. Hi, Michelle.
Oh.
And you're in New Orleans, correct?
That is correct.
Yeah. One of the things I like about you, do you know how many places you traveled to last year or how many times you went abroad?
Oh, gosh.
We're jumping right into it.
Wait, I have to really think about this. It was a lot last year.
Yeah. Do you know, I have the Kayak app on my phone, and I use Kayak to book flights usually.
Mm-hmm.
But the beautiful thing about Kayak is that if you integrate it with your Gmail, it'll pull all of your emails about your flights, and it'll keep track of stuff for you. So I know that I was traveling for like 200 days last year, supposedly.
I don't know how many days. I do know that I traveled 12.
Yeah, just
12 times. And
tell me the countries. Tell me the countries and the places.
Okay, yeah. The Bahamas. Like, do you want to know where I went in the Bahamas, or like I could?
No, just the Bahamas is good. Yeah.
All right, the Bahamas, and then I went to Austin for fun, and then I went to the Bahamas again for engaged, then Iceland, and then Cuba, then Bermuda, then Philly, then Honduras, Belize, St. Kitts, then New York, and then Mexico again.
Yes, this is awesome. Those are great places. I love that. I've been to a lot of those places, but I've never been to Honduras or Belize. So my question to you is, as like a Black mother, New Orleans, did you have a lot of friends telling you to like not go to Honduras because it's dangerous?
No.
Or Mexico even?
No.
Or no?
But I never tell anyone what I'm going to do because I hate negative people. Like, don't say, oh, don't go to Honduras. It's so dangerous. Like,
yeah.
Have you been? Did you die? You're here to tell me it's fine. Come on.
Yes. I say this exact thing. I will never take advice from anybody who hasn't been there themselves.
Right.
I love that.
No. Yeah. Don't talk to me. I'll tell you about it when you're back.
But you must get like calls or like texts when you post your first post that you're in Honduras or Mexico or something. Like, do people worry about you ever? And like, what do you say to them?
No, people don't generally worry about me because they know like I'm a pretty tough cookie. So if something pops off, I'm gonna figure a way out of it.
I love that. So let me ask you about Honduras then, because I think this is like a sketchier country for most people, and I want to know like how you prepared to go there, and if you made plans or like what you did. I don't know. How do you travel? Are you like land somewhere and figure it out, or do you like kind of map things out ahead of time?
I hate planning when I go somewhere, so I just like land and figure it out. I will say this about Honduras. Me going there, and I actually have two very sketchy stories that happened to me last year where my mom, when we were in Honduras, we went ATVing through the jungle.
Wait, who's we?
Oh, it was myself, my mom, and my son. We went for Thanksgiving week. And
Got it. Oh, I think I know this. Tell this story. This is good.
We went ATVing through the jungle, and some kind of way, I don't know how, my mom and I got separated from the rest of the group. And so it ended up just being my mom, myself, and 6 guys in the jungle. Yeah. And so the guy, like, they wanted, like, we were like going around in circles, and like at this point I'm like, my spidey senses have went off, and I'm like, Michelle, you need to pay attention because like this just doesn't seem right. And so like
Yeah.
I'm like trying to figure out how did we get in here, or like I'm like if my mama have to die, somebody got to live to tell what happened. I can
Yeah.
die today, Mama. You want to be the sacrificial lamb, and, so, and this is a true story. She knows this,
Yeah, yeah. This is amazing.
and so we get like to where I feel like this is where we started at, and all of a sudden 3 other guys like appear out of the woods, and the guy gets off of his ATV, he walks up to my mom's, and he tells her turn it off, and she turns her ATV off, and I was like, oh Lord, she's gonna die right now, I can't even. And so like I like rev mine up, and I am like full speed ahead, like I zoom past this guy, and one
Yeah.
like running behind me on the ATV, but I finally find my way out, and I like park, I jump off the thing, I run up the hill, and like all the people that were with us are in the van about to leave us.
Whoa.
My son was isolated from everybody that was a part of the tour with us, and like he's standing there talking to the people that worked there. I'm convinced that they were going to kill us. I left my mama
Yeah.
in the woods, but since I got out, they had to go get her and get her out without harming her. But I swear they were going to kill us in the woods. And when I got back, I told the lady who does my waxing, Linda, she's from Honduras, and she was like, oh honey, they would have killed you. Like they have no laws over there about killing Americans.
Dude.
You would have died. I was like, girl, not today. They were gonna have to earn this life. I wasn't gonna give it to them.
That is insane. Wait, you saw a man walk up to your mom and you just left her? Is that what you're telling me?
Hell yeah, I left her, and I'm not ashamed. She has been on this earth for 60 plus years. She's good. I'm sorry.
Dude, that is amazing. But what happened? What did the guy say to her? Like, what was your mom doing when you were going to the van?
Oh no! Well, by this time, like my mom had come out. They were trying to say to us, like, please don't write us a bad survey. I'm like, you full of crap. You didn't have to tell me that in the woods with 7 of y'all and 2 of us. No thank you. No thank you.
That's crazy. Yeah.
They were like, please just don't write a bad survey. Don't tell. Oh, honey, I am putting this all over the internet. You don't even have to worry about it.
You're crazy. Oh my gosh. That's a wild story. So, okay, that's interesting. And then well, you said 2 like crazy things happened in Honduras. What was the other thing?
No, the other thing actually happened in Mexico. We were.
Oh yeah.
Let me tell you. Don't.
Okay.
After this, I don't do anything where they take you in the jungle or they take you off, because it just never works out. So we got it was 13 of us on this tour where you get in Jeeps and you like do this off-roading thing through the jungle.
Yeah.
And so they like set up roadblocks, and we went like deeper into the woods, like 40 minutes into the woods. And then finally we got to this point where people had guns, and they were like, they took the keys to the car, and they like a bus came and picked up people. They left us. And we were out there for, I want to say 3 hours, and they sent the military police to come and pick us up. And so this is like a sketchy story. Well, one of my previous clients' brother like flirts with me on Instagram. So so he WhatsApped me, and my phone had no service. So he WhatsApped me at this one moment, and when he WhatsApped me, I like sent him this is not a joke. We are held hostage. Please take my location. Call these people. Like send someone to help us. Blah blah blah. And like he got on it. My friend Reese, who owns Little Bushel Catering, she like called the FBI. Like I don't know what was going on, but 3 hours later, here come the military police to come and get us, because they were holding us hostage in the middle of Mahuala. I was like, you know what? And then right after that, I went to Mexico for Engage, and Friday was like, turn on your location. Do not leave the resort. Like stay on the I was so nervous when I went back to Mexico, because I just had that experience like a week earlier. Yeah.
Wait. So who took you hostage though? Was it the tour guide company, or what happened with them?
No, the tour guide company, they had some, I don't even know, because I don't speak Spanish, which after that I was supposed to learn. But but the people, like I don't know if the tour guides were like in cahoots with them to like take people hostage. Like 'cause
Uh,
they had on shirts that was like, "You're on the wrong side of the border, of the wrong side of the wall, gringo." It was like, like
Jesus.
yeah,
Yeah.
the whole we hate Trump and you live over
Yeah.
there, so you must be friends with him. It was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, this is crazy. This doesn't help my case at all because I wanted you to come on here and tell everybody how easy it was to travel alone like you do.
Oh, well, those two times I was not alone. Those two times I had people with me.
Yeah, that's true. That's so crazy. So, would you go back to Honduras or Mexico though?
I would. I did already. I
Yeah.
went back to Mexico.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You would just now you know like if you're going to do a tour company you want it to be vetted or you're going to be with people that you trust or whatever, right?
Exactly. Or,
Yeah.
I just, like I said, I wouldn't do anything where like I'm going into the woods or anything like that. Like, I'll do like,
Yeah.
stuff that's a little safer.
Yeah, I get it. I had some I went on the Trans-Siberian Railway once. Do you
Hmm.
know what that is?
Yes.
It's like the longest railroad in the world between Moscow and like the other side of Russia.
Yeah.
Um, and I ended up in Mongolia and I wanted to go like stay in yurts and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And so like this hostel kind of negotiated everything and set it all up, but they just gave me like a piece of paper that had like Mongolian on it.
Uh-huh.
And they were like, go to this bus stop at 7:30 a.m. tomorrow and show it to the bus driver. And they'll drop you off. And that was it. I literally got on this bus with all these Mongolians, like went into like deep like out into the like rural area, and
Uh-huh.
then the bus driver like tapped me on the shoulder at some point. He was like, "Get out here." And then I got out there, and there's like two teenagers just like walked up, and they're like, "Follow me," but none of this was in English. And then I
Uh-huh.
just followed them like half a mile to this random village, and then I stayed in New York for a couple of nights.
And it was totally fine.
It was totally fine, but it was so nuts. Like now that I think about it, but yes, it
Right.
was totally fine, absolutely. And then I still didn't know like where I was like, okay, I paid for 5 days, but I don't know like I was supposed to go to three different locations,
Hmm.
and I had no. They didn't tell me like times or anything. I was like, how do I get to the next place? And they're like, just wait. Like the guy would just like hold his hand and wait. I was like on Google Translate trying to like tell them like what when do I go? And then the next day, like some guy showed up and he put me on the back of a horse, and we just went on a horse for like 2 hours to the next village. Oh, it was so awesome, but crazy.
See, it was so awesome.
Yeah, it was mainly awesome. It was actually like very awesome. But yeah, so I'm proud of you for doing that stuff. And what do you think? What do you believe like about yourself or about the world that makes you like go places alone and travel and have like these adventures? I think a lot of people are afraid usually.
I'm not afraid to like go out on my own. Like I've never been that way. I've always like I prefer to do things by myself because I don't have to worry about anyone else's feelings or think about their
Yeah,
opinions. Like I can just kind of be free and do what I want. Um
yeah.
so I don't really care about that. For me, it's like I prefer to do things by myself because then I can have the experience that I want.
I love that. I feel the exact same way.
Yeah.
And I always tell people like I'm only alone like on the plane ride over there, but the moment I land somewhere, I'm with people, like I'm never like alone. I
Right.
don't think people understand that.
And then like I never meet a stranger. Like I have a very like welcome, open personality. So like a guy I met randomly walking down the street in Iceland, like I
Yeah,
still talk to him on Facebook all the time. Like
that's
I mean,
cool.
it's I just don't meet strangers. I don't feel uncomfortable or awkward in any situation. I can talk to
I
anybody.
love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also always say a person's only a stranger for 30 seconds and then they're friends for life.
Yeah.
I believe that. Yeah. That's great. That's great. But how do you like? So, for those who don't know, I should have said you're like a wedding planner out of New Orleans. You just got named top wedding planner by Harper's Bazaar. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Um, but how do you like finance all these trips? Because I think for a lot of people who freelance, like I've heard people say like they don't have time or money to like go on vacation and stuff, and it kills me when they say that.
Ooh, okay. So I will
Yeah.
I will tell you the real true Hollywood
Tell
story.
me the secret because I feel like there's something here.
So I do a lot of luxury weddings, and I
Yeah.
sometimes, with most of my clients, I generally pay for their weddings, like on my American Express. So
Okay.
in paying for their wedding, I rack up millions of miles, and then
Yeah.
I just fly and travel on points. So basically, I'm covering my
Yeah.
clients' expenses for their weddings, and then I turn around and use their points
Yeah.
to travel. So I like today I booked 2 flights, and I think I spent $14.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Wait. Just I want to clarify for my audience. When she says she pays for their wedding, that means that she has to pay for like the venue or like florals or design or like all this stuff up front, and then the client pays her on the back end. But you're using your credit card, and that's how you get the points, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so good.
Yeah.
I haven't got to that level yet, but I definitely have I have like $3,000 in points right now on my Chase. Wait, what's your credit card?
I have a Platinum American Express and
Yeah,
a Platinum American Airlines card.
beautiful. That's so good. Good for you. Yeah. So that means that your flights are cheap, but will you? I feel like you told me once that you travel. Do you travel bougie or no? Like, do you stay in nice hotels and stuff?
I am so bougie. So I live, like for me, I live a basic life at home. Like I don't,
Sure.
like my cars are paid for, like everything
Yeah.
I have, I own. And my house is basic. It's nothing elaborate or fancy. It's like I could pay
Yeah.
every bill that I have with $1,600 a month. Like that is it.
Amazing. Amazing.
So when I
Yeah.
travel, I mean, I'm like, if I'm gonna spend or like use all these miles for 4 or 5 nights, like I need everything. I want birds chirping. I want water that stays at 87 degrees all day long. Like I
Yeah. Yeah.
want a butler following me around. Like it has to be extra bougie because at home I'm basic.
Yes, that's so good. I love it. Because you're spending your money on experiences and not things, right? Like
That is
that's what I hear you saying.
That is
Yeah.
exactly how I live. I don't wear my money. I don't have to have Gucci, Chanel, Louis Vuitton, Prada. I
Yeah.
don't like, but I want to be what I don't want to be. But if I end up in the old folks' home, at least I will have some really great memories.
Yes. I love this so hard, man. You're brilliant. I love you so much for this, truly. Um, yeah, that's so good. I agree. I agree 100%, and it's brilliant. And I love that you. Okay, so something I have a couple more questions now based on what you said. You mentioned that you paid everything off, and I think it's very rare for people in America to have like zero debt or to have like their house or home or car or whatever paid off. Who taught you finances in your life?
So I actually have a degree in accounting. I learned it in school
Oh,
how
okay.
important economics was. Like even now,
Yeah,
I am cheap with certain things. There's no other word for it. I am cheap. If I'm in the grocery store, I am
yeah,
like divide the ounces by this,
yeah,
like no, this is
yep,
a better buy. But then
yep,
I'll go on vacation and like spend $78 on a lipstick. It's like so
yeah, yeah.
stupid. But at
I
home
get it.
I'm super frugal, but it's like in life I want to have a great
Yeah,
experience. Yeah.
that's beautiful. And are you teaching your children like financial skills and stuff as well?
Oh, absolutely. My son is
Yeah.
worse than me. Like you have to see
Oh,
him when he goes grocery shopping. It is the
that's funny.
funniest thing. Yeah.
I was probably like your son when I was, even still, like now that quarantine's happened and I'm interviewing you during like COVID-19 era,
Uh-huh.
I've gone like, this is so funny. You'll laugh actually. I literally went to Trader Joe's today. I saved the receipt. I write down exactly how much money I spent, and then I put a little notch every time I make a meal out of the food. And and so I'll count how many meals I made off of my groceries, and I'm trying to get down to like $3 to $4 per meal, basically.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm serious with it. It's been really good. I'm very impressed with myself, I must say.
That's actually awesome.
See? But yeah, so then I know that I'm like, because when I was not in COVID-19, I was actually spending probably like that was my splurge in my life in New York. I would spend like at least $1,000 a month on food, if not more.
Yeah,
So
I agree with you. But I also think it's
yeah,
just like part of our industry to like always be out eating, drinking, like mixing and
yeah,
mingling. And so
yeah.
like, I have saved so much money during COVID by not doing that. I'm like,
Same. Holy cow. Um, so you just said that you bought two plane tickets. Where are your plane tickets to?
so I have a wedding in Alaska in next month, and I have a
Get out of here.
yeah, I have a wedding in
Ah,
Alaska
so-
in Girdwood, and I have the wedding in Santa Barbara, which we talked about, which I just booked my ticket for that, which was amazing because my
ah,
friend who was the photographer who's going with me, she got her ticket. I want to say in April, and I kind of held out because I was like, I think this flight's gonna change, and I got my ticket for like $400 less than her today, and then I ended up using
wow.
like a credit from a previous time I was supposed to.
Yeah, yeah.
I paid $3 to go to for that wedding.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, you'll like this too because I just bought a plane tickets yesterday as well. But I have a wedding next month in like a small wedding for a friend in Utah, and then the following day in Dallas.
Uh huh.
Um, and I wanted to visit a friend in Nashville, so I just bought New York to Utah, Utah to Denver for a night to see my best friend, then Denver to Dallas, Dallas to Nashville, Nashville to New York for $317.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy right now. Tickets to you could go. I even saw a round trip to New Orleans from New York for I think it was $97 right now.
It's
So
insane how
yeah,
expensive it is right now.
but you know it's funny. I say this. 95% of the people I know would not want to fly right now. I don't think they realize like how easy it is and how like cheap and safe it can be. So
You know,
it's not for everybody.
my mom
Yeah,
is the same way. My mom is like, I am not getting on a plane. I'm like, literally, now is the time because no one else is
yeah.
on there. It's like
No,
now
no, no
is
one else.
the time.
Or the plane. I've already flown a couple of times during COVID, so I do know this. Like most airlines, except for American Airlines, most airlines are not selling the middle seats, so
Uh-huh.
you'll always have an empty seat next to you. And even if the plane is full, it'll be two-thirds full. And
Right.
then they're giving out like a little baggie at the front with like a water bottle, pretzels, and like a hand wipe
Oh,
for every single person. So you have your own little like setup. Yeah, it's and the plane's probably the cleanest it's ever going to be. Like, you know, they're cleaning it every single like shift, like all the way through, just so people like won't will feel safe. You know.
right. When
So
like when we left Dubai in March, I got on that
yeah,
plane and I was like, I am not gonna die from coronavirus. I'm gonna die for the smell of bleach. That it was
ah,
so strong. I was like, this is insane. And I swear
yeah.
they were pumping something through the ventilation system because
Oh,
it was waking me up. I was like, could you please stop? No one on here is
that's
sleeping.
funny.
Totally fine.
Yeah, yeah. I was with you in March. That was like kind of our big last hurrah. I think you might have had one more than me, but we were in Dubai for a luxury wedding conference for Engage, which was awesome.
So much fun.
And that was kind of it. There was like every all these little places around the world were just starting to get COVID, but Dubai was pretty mellow at that point, so it was easy to get out of there.
Yeah, it was
Um,
awesome.
yeah, that's cool. So, so congratulations to you for booking stuff during this time and working. I'm very impressed.
Thank you.
Um,
Likewise.
and the Alaska one sounds awesome. I'm really happy about that for you.
I am
Um,
too. I actually, when she reached out, I thought she was reaching out to say that, they were eloping and no longer needed my services. But she was like,
uh,
so can you come? And I was like, yeah, of course I can.
that's so cool. Is it like a mountain type wedding or what is it?
So it's actually in the little chapel of snow in Girdwood, and then
Okay.
they're gonna go into the mountains and they're gonna do the helicopter and do photos in the
Oh my
mountains.
gosh.
It's gonna be pretty amazing, and it's only
I'm
5
so
people.
jealous.
That's so awesome.
I can't believe you're going to Alaska to help do a 5-person wedding. That's so crazy.
So insanely wonderful.
Yeah, what the heck? What I don't even want to ask like what are you doing for them? Like are they designing anything?
And no, I'm their emotional support person.
All right. That's good. As long as they're paying you, that's amazing. Like, I'm very
Yeah.
impressed. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So, that's so funny. Okay, so what are you looking forward to? Well, no, I don't even want to ask that. What have you learned about yourself in the last few months? Because this is like we're in July now that I'm talking to you, and we've sort of had like a quarantine, like industry and world shutdown for the past 4 months. Have you gone inward at all and like taught yourself something new or done some work on yourself or anything or read books or maybe not? What's been going on with you?
Philip, I'm pretty perfect. There's no need to fix any.
Ah,
I'm just joking.
uh-huh,
I,
uh-huh.
I'm just joking. No, so I am just an eternal optimist anyway. On any given
Yeah,
day, I feel like trust the journey. Life will always take you where you need to be. Like I,
yeah,
that's kind of always how I've been. How I've been. So like when this started and everybody was like, "Oh God, we have to stay inside," blah blah blah, and I was like, literally. All we say is there's not enough hours in the day. And now
yeah,
there are. And we're finding reasons to complain about it. And so
yeah, yeah.
for me, I wasn't really on social media. I was actually enjoying the break because when I got back from Dubai, like I had 4 events and then I was like out of town and then I was like back in town for an event, then I was out of town 2 more times. And so it was like
Dang,
going
how is that possible? That's crazy.
it is
Yeah,
crazy. It really is. And then like right now I'm supposed to be in Italy, but I'm not. But like
yeah,
when I got back, I was like looking down the pipeline of so much like work and travel. And like from March to May, I was gonna be just like a chicken with my head cut off, just running around.
yeah.
So like when
Same,
all that
same.
kind of like pushed to fall, I was like, okay, I have a little breathing room. So I was like, okay, well, now I could kind of relax and like, just
Hmm.
get everything together and focus on what's coming in the fall. And then like I had a wedding in London in June before I was like going
Uh,
to leave for 24 days. And so
yeah,
that wedding, of course, was postponed. So like, yeah, it was for me, it's just I've been really enjoying the break. I really didn't get back to work until I was like, okay, I need some new content. So we started doing style shoots, but I've
oh
just
yeah.
been like chilling and cooking every day. That's
That's
it.
awesome. No, that's good. And I think the style shoots. You said 4 style shoots, right?
Yeah,
I think yeah, that's such a good. It's such a good move because it shows you're busy. It connects you with people. It's a little inspiration. I think you did it perfectly. That's really great.
thank you.
Um, yeah, I went and like went on full on like Zoom networking mode in the past 4 months. But I'm pretty sure I called like every person I know on the planet in the past like 3 months. But I love that. It's really healthy, I think, and you did it good. And that'll serve you on the other side too, you know, like because you're planting seeds and keeping on top of mind with like cool shoots and stuff. So I think that's really smart.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, thank you.
yeah. Maybe a couple last questions. So, um, what would you say to people who like kind of want to travel but they're unsure or they feel like it's hard for me to say like it's easy to travel alone like just do whatever and people are like yeah but you're like a white guy who like you know what I mean like how would you say to people who are like thinking of traveling to exotic places like what would you say to someone?
Just do it. Like if you've never
Yeah,
done it, what are your reservations? Like every
yeah.
every negative thought you have or is what you've made up in your mind. You haven't done it and now you're just making excuses of why you shouldn't do it. Why not make excuses of why you should? What's the worst that
Ooh,
could happen?
I like this. Yeah, yeah. And what if they say like, you know, is it possible to do it if you're a mom or if you're married or whatever? Like what do you say to those people?
I'm a mom and I'm married and I do it all the time. I'm about to leave these same two people in 30 days.
Okay,
Like,
good.
here's some food. Good luck with life. I'll be back.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like
And
even though you are a mom, even though you're married, or even though you're a dad, and like even if you're a single dad and you're afraid to like leave, you still need time for yourself. Like before all of these people came into my life, I was an individual.
yeah.
There was only me, and I did what I wanted to do. So like, I'm not gonna change being an individual because other
Yep.
people are a part of my life. Like this is what I love to do. I've been doing it. Like my family has traveled since I was little. So like it's something that I really enjoy doing and I would not do it no matter what. And if I were married to someone who like had an issue with it, then they wouldn't be my husband.
Yeah. Yeah, you're so wise. I agree. I hear that. That's beautiful. And also, like, I think what's behind your words is like when you travel, you come back a better person probably for the people that you like left at home.
I am so nice to them when I come home. I bring gifts.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, I come home and I am happy. They're like happy to see me. They actually missed me. I generally
Yeah.
go places where my phone doesn't work, which is awesome. So they can't
Yeah.
call me because I need. Have you ever seen when I don't know if you watch The Simpsons, but I just remember
Yeah.
when Marge left Homer and she went like to this retreat and she was like on one side of the bed and she's like barely hanging on and like that was the first night and the second night like she's sleeping in the middle and like
Oh
her
yeah.
big hair like comes down. It's like you need those moments. You need those moments just to remember who you are as a person. And then like you're a better person for the people that are around you.
Oh man, you're so wise. I love it so much. I want to end it on that because I think that's such a strong note. So I appreciate you. We'll probably do this again because I feel like there's so many things to talk about. But I love your outlook on life, Michelle. Um,
Philip.
yeah.